Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the Naya Sim. Awesome, Naya. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So, this is also me trying to talk to parents. Now, it looks like there is something going on, which I am also trying to figure out what that is. But I am going to say make sure you take care of your girl child and your boy child because both are very important, but most especially your girl child, because there is this pandemic going around with some men. I think their this thing is just to do something or wanting to do, probably have a relationship with a girl that is probably 16 thereabouts to or they wait for you, see you turn 18, then you see them coming. And that is what I call grooming, right? You waited for her all these years just because you wanna. Hmm. Now, I call that, I have problems with men, older men, like someone being older than someone with 20 years, even 15 years, 10 years, right? Because I don't see how someone that is like 28 or 30 years is looking to date someone that is 16. You are a problem. I also feel like you are a pedo, right? That is just something people really need to keep their eyes really wide open, especially parents, because I just do not understand what is going on. And please, I don't want our babies anything to happen to them. Let's get into this.
It's not creepy to date 18-year-olds. It's not creepy to date 19-year-olds. It's not weird to prefer 18 or 19-year-olds.
Why don't you have a seat right there, Buzz? I don't know which Discord mod told you this, but they're wrong. It is creepy. It's very creepy to you waiting in the high school pickup line for your girlfriend. Because here's the thing. If you find 19-year-olds attractive, then it stands to reason that you will also find some 18-year-olds attractive, which you agree. And if you find 18-year-olds attractive, then it also stands to reason you will find some 17-year-olds attractive. It's a lot like the minimum wage. We know you would go lower if you could. It's why we have those laws there in the first place. And we know this because studies show that 40% of teen pregnancies in 15-year-old girls are to a father aged 20 to 29. In fact, a quarter of all teenage pregnancies are to a man in his 20s. Now, I know, Buzz, you'll say that that's not you. You're not like that. You're not one of those men.
I think people that go after 15, 16, even 17, you're a fucking monster.
See, it's all rather simple. 17, you're a monster. 18, totally not creepy. And I'm sure that you can elaborate at length the detailed, complex, scientific, biological process that magically happens immediately on the stroke of midnight of a young girl's 18th birthday, that everyone else on the planet is blissfully unaware of, but yet still somehow prevents you from ever being attracted to a child. But if it isn't creepy, why'd you keep putting a disclaimer on it?
It's not a weird thing for someone my age or even a little older to date 18-year-old girls at all. My last relationship, I was 26, she was 18. I just met her when she was 18. So don't go spreading rumors. But that's not weird.
He swears he was only attracted to her once she was 18, not a moment before. Now, Buzz insists that this is really all about body count, and he just doesn't want a woman who slept with 100 guys. But sex once with 100 people is the same as 100 times with one person. So what happens after you reach that limit within the first few months of your relationship? Do you just plan on being sexless forever? Because if that's the case, then this video nailed it. Mission accomplished. But there's another obvious problem with this defense.
That's not weird. I didn't know her body count was more than mine at 18. If I knew that, I would have stayed far away.
See, Buzz just dates the lowest possible age he can legally date because he prefers a low body count. But also, age has nothing to do with body count. Now, this is normally where I would pull up studies, showing that men who think like this often endorse other problematic attitudes. But Buzz made my life easy by just openly saying it.
This is how you should market and advertise for Blue Chew. Let me tell you guys something, man. I took a Blue Chew one time in my life, right before I went on a 14-hour drive from North Carolina to Connecticut. Let me tell you something. I've never been bricked up in my life like this. In my life. I was about to pull over and have my way with a live gazelle or something. For 14 hours, bro. Talk about, call your doctor. Nah, dog, nah. Nah, I was about to have my way with a amphibian. I was rabid, just to have my way with my tailpipe. I was just ready to take a bite out of something. That's how Blue Chew affects you.
The mystery is not why Blue Chew don't choose to advertise their product with, "I'm so bricked, I could assault an animal." That, rather concerningly, should be a matter of obvious common sense. The mystery is why Buzz doesn't see that as a problem. Or why the best scenario he can imagine for taking a Blue Chew is one in which he is on the road alone by himself for 14 hours, and not, say, with someone else, the entire reason for taking a Blue Chew. Actually, forget that. That's not much of a mystery at all. Nor is it a mystery why in his imaginary ad where he takes and recommends Blue Chew that he takes time to reassure us he doesn't need to take it. His drive is perfectly fine twice. Sort of the same way he keeps reassuring us that dating teenagers isn't creepy. But here's my challenge for all the men that regurgitate this crap. Commit to the bit. If you're going to insist on this patriarchal nonsense that you want chaste, demure teenagers because it's a symbol of your potent alpha bro swagger, then follow through. Go the whole way. Go ask her dad first. Go talk to her father and tell him that you want to make love to his teenage daughter, and do you have his permission to date her? I mean, if it's not creepy, if it's not problematic, then there shouldn't be an issue, right? Just a sign of your commitment to those traditional patriarchal values and good old-fashioned respect. Oh, no? You're not willing to do that? Yeah, because you know as well as we do, it's very creepy.
It's not creepy to date 18-year-olds. It's not creepy to date...
Creepy? No. They are of legal age. The question now becomes, why would you want to? If you are a 30 to 40 to 50 to 60-year-old man, your mistakes are already done. That's it. Why in the name of everything that is holy would you subject your failings as a man on an 18 or 19-year-old kid? I am 53. My youngest daughter is 20. Why in the name of everything that is holy would I want to date someone younger than her? What exactly do some of you 30 and 40 and 50 and 60-year-old men have in common with 18 and 19-year-olds? These are girls that just graduated high school, and some of them are starting their first semester as freshmen in college, yet you guys want to date them. Why? What kind of foul shit is that? And follow up. You say it's not creepy to date an 18-year-old. You say it's not creepy to date a 19-year-old. And again, you're right. Legally, you can. But that doesn't mean you would stop at 18. Now, would it? In fact, I'm pretty sure if the law was passed to where men your age could date someone as young as 12, you would do it. Now, wouldn't you? And don't get me wrong, it's not just men. There are some creepy ass, nasty ass women out there too, who would date an 18-year-old or a 19-year-old, or if they could get away with it, a 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, or 12-year-old. The problem I have is this. Why would you want to? You cannot tell me you have any interests in common, because most 18-year-olds have nothing in common with a 40 to 50 to 60-year-old man. None of them. Oh, well, she's beautiful and I just want to take... No, you're grooming. Okay? You're grooming. That's what this all comes down. This is the thing none of you want to say out loud because you don't want to be perceived as a perv. But that's what it is. You see, at your big ass age, women your same age know you now. They know what kind of a fuck up you are. They understand that you're not going to take responsibility for this or that or the other thing. They know what your patterns are. Your game is so weak they can see it coming through the door. So what do you want to do? You want to level the playing field by making sure the playing field is only your playing field. So you will get an 18 or 19-year-old. And again, if the laws were changed and you could get away with it, you'd get anybody anywhere from 17 to 12. You would do that as well, because what you are doing is grooming them to your standards. And that's what makes you people that think like that different from those of us who do not. You see, I don't even look at children. And I'm sorry, anybody younger than my youngest daughter is a child to me. I respect an 18-year-old. I respect a 19-year-old. I respect a 20-year-old. I respect them. I want to see them flourish and grow. I want to see them make the choices they want to make without my influence whatsoever, because again, I am 53 years old. But men who walk around and make videos like this over and over and over, you guys are literally grooming them. You just want somebody who caters to you. Whether you are a man or a woman, black, white, Republican, Democrat, it does not matter. Gay or straight, it does not matter. If you, in any way, shape, form, or fashion, are looking at a teenager, and I'm sorry, 18, 19 still has the word teen in it. If you are in any way, shape, form, or fashion looking for a mate in a teenager, it is disgusting and it is grooming. I just wish you would own it.
Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized, hate everything about me and what I provide, and decide to leave. Yeah, welcome to the shittiest post that I'm ever going to make. There's a lot to it, and I'm not going to go into it, okay? But suffice to say, after providing and going on the Disney World trip, which included the funeral for my mom, I got up to day 6, I think, on that, because it all broke down at Magic Kingdom. Fucking ironic. And I didn't post anything after that, because when we got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia, I was greeted with the announcement from Jayanne that she wanted a separation. And then I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children. So, that's heavy, right? That's a nuke. And I'm going to go into my bunker. So I came downstairs in my nice 4-story mansion and just stayed by myself through Christmas Eve and through Christmas Day. And I missed Christmas with my children. My in-laws, my mother and my father-in-law, and Jayanne, they proceeded to open the presents without me. Presents of which, all of which I bought. Yeah, the separation is a separation. I'm lucky enough to have a big house, and the logistics of it can be met right away, but I spent Christmas utterly by myself. And it's coming up on New Year's Eve, and I'm still alone. Because there's no communication from her. Why? Because she's communicating with her parents. She has the total backing and validation of her parents. Plus TikTok. All external sources of validation. And it's my position, my feelings are not relevant. She's got it figured out. She's got a plan. I'm waiting to hear what the plan is, and we'll see what happens from that point. But I'm pretty. I'm at peace with what has occurred, what could occur. I am done being Mr. Fix-It. Fix-It Felix. I'm not going to be the simp, nice guy, Fix-It Felix anymore. A relationship takes 2 people. And she made the decision for the separation. she's made the announcement and made plans with family to take our children back to the Philippines. And she's an adult. She has accountability. It's on her to come to me and explain to me what her plan is, such that it is, and what can be done about it. So, surprise, no more countdown with the great fun in Disney World. It was a fucking disaster. And, you know, that's the truth. Social media is not about the truth, but I'm about the truth, so that's what I give you. Thanks. Well, it didn't take long. It only took 2 years, literally to the day, December 27th, for my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized.
I think the word Americanized has nothing to do with someone who is disrespectful, especially to your people. Let's say that your closest people. It's because he disrespected my parents, screaming, snatching some things, verbally and physically. So what I am thinking that time, you are freely disrespecting me and abusing me. I think that's enough. You can do it. You can do it 24/7 to me. You can do it anytime. But to the point that you're gonna be disrespecting my people, especially my parents, I think that's what, draw the line. I think that's when the time that I said I want to separate. It's not because I wanted to separate just because I wanted it. I've dealt a lot with him for the last 2 years that I am here.
We got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia. I was greeted with the announcement from Jayanne that she wanted a separation.
For the last 2 years, I am standing up for myself. I know it's really difficult because I have children. And I honestly doesn't want to separate with him. It's just came out to my mouth that I'm so fed up. I'm so done. It's because I'm so hurt and he's not gonna change. There's no way that he will change. All I know is if I didn't stop or I didn't make a move, it's gonna be a normal. He's gonna disrespect me. He's gonna disrespect my people. He's gonna disrespect anyone.
So a couple of my videos have gone viral. I'm the guy who is separated from his Americanized Filipino wife. Yeah, I'm Chad to Dad. I'm a grandiose narcissist who had a dream, and it was to turn my life around and not be stacking bodies, and I wanted to be a dad. It happened late in life because I was married for a very long time prior to that, and it didn't happen, so go do your digging and you'll meet my ex-wife and you'll get all the drama. But the drama seems to be centered around two narratives. One narrative, I'm a sick, creepy, oppressive, controlling, rich bastard who uses my power, influence, wisdom, and wealth to control an innocent, naive, dumb, third world woman. And the second narrative is I'm the victim of a manipulative, conniving, long game playing gold digger. What's missing from all this is the real narrative, our story, our love. Yeah, we have problems, but we have a lot of love. And we're putting it out there because it needs to be told. All right? And it is helping us. Jayanne watches her supporters and I watch my supporters. And we come back to the table and say, okay, are we just fucking walking memes? Or do we have our own identities? And we're united in fighting for our own identities. So, thanks for the views. It ain't going to change what happens. It's all projection of folks' own hatreds and prejudices and experiences in life. But this is its own, and you're welcome to keep watching if you'd like. And we'll watch back, okay? Bye. Thanks.
This is all I got from this video. And there is something I will tell you. It looks like this isn't kind of common with this, right? I am not going to say something like this is not happening in other communities. Do not get me wrong. But I feel this is something they do openly and they are very proud of it. Now, I don't know if you people have seen a video of a Filipino, right? Young lady. I think the white man married her at 23, or she is 23 at this point in time. And she already had two kids for the man. And now she is pregnant she's pregnant, right? That is going to make her third. So she is a housewife. Now it looks like, and I learned that he is 20 something years older than the lady because he is 60 something years, right? So the lady just got her what is that called? Ooh, 1 minute. I am just going. She just got her passport, her American passport, right? And she ran away. She ran away. She want to go back to Philippines. So I mean, the story started somehow because the man was the one that came out to say that my Filipino wife just got her passport and she disappeared. Now the man is a very narcissist. And he has this ego. He said, I might not like her, or she might not like me, she might not want me, but all I know is that she will need me because I found out that she is pregnant and she cannot do it all alone. And it happened that the woman cannot do anything without the man approving of it, right? The young lady is very young. Now tell me how an old 60 something years old man got married to that lady, and the lady said she does not want to stay anymore, that she just want to go back home, or maybe they are going to sort things out. Now I am not telling her to leave or saying you are supposed to run away and all that, but trust me, I am not saying she's a saint, but there is so many things going on behind closed doors that we do not know. And I really do hope that it comes to life. But you know what? I am going to try as much as I can to stitch the video, or link the video to this one so you all can see, like, it's really all over TikTok, right? Now let me tell you something. I really do have problem with men, older men that date younger kids. You, or sometimes I feel like you have that pedo spirit, and there is nothing wrong. You just have that spirit. And if opportunity is given to you, or especially when it comes to younger, you will also do something, right? Try as much. Parents, I don't know why I have been, this is probably my third video this year, second or third video talking about older men or men doing some certain things, right? Please make sure that your eyes are, fully on your daughters. Parents, you all can do this because there is nothing as beautiful as parents protecting their children. You know, that is the best gift parents can give their children. There are so many of them out here, like right now, they are going wild. I don't know if it is like pandemic or epidemic or something. I don't know what to call it, but this is real. I remember also I watched a video. A man was asked, like, if you were to give a consent age, what age would that be? This full old man said 12 years. That tells you a whole lot. If you check around in some countries, countries, you definitely will see that at 12 years, 15 years old kids are being given away, child marriage and all that, which I really do not understand how and why that is still happening. And they tell you it is their law and nobody can tamper with it. And I just, we digress, because if I get into that, I probably will be clashing with some people in the comment section, but some things needed to be said. And I am saying it is like diabolical, seeing an old person wanting to be with a tiny, like a baby, because that is what I call that, 12 years, 15 years, 16 years that do not even cannot even think for themselves, do not know anything, that still need to be guided. See, trust me, you are a pet. That is all I can say. I remember having discussions with my kids. Sorry, I said with my kids. I'm sorry, I do not have kids. I'm not even married. I remember having discussion with my friends, sisters, and my kid sister was saying that she would never want her child to get married at 18 years. I looked at her, I hugged her because I love the fact that people are waking up for themselves, because some parent, or some, should I say, some women actually got married out of ignorance, or out of just being married, or let me just stay back because there is nothing I can do, or like, life is proud. I don't know, but I feel like some just got married for getting married sake, and it's kind of hooking them now. And majority of the people that went through that also would not want their child to go through that. My sister did not go through anything, but she said it doesn't make any sense for a child to just rush into marriage, right? Let her explore, travel, right? Read, read, get those degrees, right? If that is what you want, get those skills. If that is what you want, but all I want is that you are gonna be useful, whether you said whether you like it or not, and that is a period. You got to make yourself proud, and at the same time make your parents proud. So I am fully in support of that. I do not want to see people saying my 18-year-old child is getting married, or my 19-year-old child is getting married, my 20-year-old child. I am not saying if you made that decision or you are with the right person and all that, you shouldn't go for it. But I think a woman should stay on her own. Like when you leave your parents' house, or while you are still in your parents' house, you have some time to be alone, do some travels alone, explore some countries. If you love to cook, do anything you can, cook as much as you can, explore the cooking. If you love fashions, do as much as you can, explore the fashion. If you like whatever you are into, make sure you explore all those before thinking of eventually, like, finally, and make sure you, while you are doing that, that you are also financially great, because there is nothing as beautiful as seeing a woman being financially independent, right? That doesn't mean that if you end up getting married, that your husband is not going to give you. Of course, I am an Igbo woman. We love money so much, because when you are married, the husband knows that he is taking care of you 100%. Whether you, they will tell you that I don't care how much you have, even if you have like billions, right? I am still the one in charge, and like I am supposed to take care of my wife. This is how in my culture. If you ask people from the Igbo culture, they will tell you that no matter how wealthy you are and you are married, your husband, I mean, like, it is like culture where I come from. It is your husband's full-time duty to take care of you, because they take pride in because they said that when you see a man that is doing great, you definitely will see the reflection from the wife. So they stick to that. And that is some period. That is what I am looking for. So yeah, I think that is all I got to say. I'm gonna link that video so you all will see. But then before I go, I am going to say this: parents, please do not even for a minute, sleep, especially when you have younger kids. All right, it is not only your daughters and also your sons. Make sure that your eyes are wide open. I love you all. Bye for now.